My name is Robin Seville. I decided to share my experience with Taylor Bean & Whitaker, Roundpoint Servicing, and their legal representation, Lundberg Firm. My plan is to post a series of videos that will be released when I feel the time is right. The videos will cover the details of my experiences concerning their fraud, lies, and deceptions, and the many contradictions. I have kept very good records and recorded most of the phone conversations that I've had with them. If you are having trouble with your mortgage company, I encourage you to keep meticulous records and record your phone calls. Several years ago, I looked to either do a refinance or a short-term modification of my home loan. The business I owned was named the #1 business in Utah for our industry by Utah Business Magazine for 11 consecutive years. I was making some changes and the economy was taking a downward turn at the time. I had never missed a mortgage payment or had ever been late. I ran a successful business and I try to be an honest person. Today I work as a producer and reporter at our local ABC News affiliate. Ironically enough, I sometimes investigate and report fraud stories. Being a responsible homeowner, I wanted to be proactive and asked to see if I could explore my options with my mortgage. I will go into greater details on other videos, but in short, Taylor Bean & Whitaker advised me and then ill-advised me, and then took advantage of the situation once I followed their advice. This seems to be a common theme for many homeowners. Consequently, I eventually received a restraining order from a Utah judge against Taylor Bean & Whitaker. The day I received the order, Taylor Bean & Whitaker was seized by the FBI for fraud. A few weeks later, they filed for bankruptcy. Despite the restraining order, they illegally put a foreclosure on my credit 1 month later, a foreclosure that never happened, nor could it. I went to the bankruptcy proceedings for Taylor Bean & Whitaker in Florida. While there, the main attorney for TBW acknowledged that my loan fell into a, quote, bucket of loans that had mistakes. He would not go into details, but he promised to reach out to me in about a month. I never heard from him, and the person that was with me, who was a mortgage fraud expert, never heard from him either. TBW executives were found guilty of fraud about that time, and many of them are serving time in federal prison for up to 30 years. I finally received a bogus modification offer from TBW, Roundpoint, and their legal representation, Richard Gunnarsson of Lundberg Firm. They accepted no responsibility for their many mistakes, fraud on my credit, and their lies. What they gave me was a predatory sham modification offer, an offer they admitted in an email right here that I could not afford. It was 75% of my monthly income. Wise lending practices should not exceed 31% of someone's gross income. With all the news of corruption with banks and mortgages, it is unbelievable they would knowingly make an offer they know someone can't afford. And it's a shame that their legal representation would forward that offer. I say shame on Taylor Bean & Whitaker, and shame on Roundpoint Servicing, and shame on Lundberg Firm in Salt Lake City, a law firm founded by a man who claims moral and religious convictions. You epitomize the scams perpetuated upon good people across this country. You entrap people and then through legal maneuvering bound them to financial chains and the inability for them to keep their homes. I question your moral character. More videos are coming where I show the emails and play the audio recordings I have.
You received everything in error. I'm going to actually contact the representatives that sent those out and have them, re-educated as far as that.
So now when you say that you need to somebody needs to be re-educated, is that an outside agency or is that just people within the Roundpoint organization?
No, that's just people within here.